I want to share my personal unleashing process of my midheaven. So I have my midheaven in Pisces sign, and Pisces is about dreams, escapism, isolation, unseen world, healing, ghost, and asylum. So there are so many things that Pisces, the house of Pisces, represents, as it is in the 12th house in original astrological chart. And I want to explain the process of my experiment, like how I have been evolving in my unleashing process, like recognizing my talents and my what I need to do and what I'm talented of, what I'm capable of. So I have been since my childhood. I had always had the inclination to isolate myself in my room and escape, because Pisces also represent escapism. So I tend to escape all the time to my fantasy world, to my imagination, and also I I mostly chose to escape through music, through books in my room. And so I have been like since my childhood, I always escape in my room to other worlds and to other lives through books and through music and also through my dreams, because I have very uh, I have very realistic dreams, and sometimes so weird and so out of world dreams, and sometimes I go to some other places out of world. I don't know where exactly, but they feel so real to me. Like I feel like I'm really out of my body. Uh, and sometimes I travel to astral travel to some other places. Um, I go to some other countries. As I said, I go to some other planets, and this is all the Pisces uh, topics. Like Pisces is really outer world experience. It's all about outer world experiences, it's unseen world, and and then I started to in my university. I chose to study biology, and I chose to master uh, in botanics, as I was so interested into plants, and so I chosen to master specialize myself in the botanics. And I was also into medicine, like herbal traditional medicine, like just like indigenous people's traditional medicine. I'm so into those kind of things. Um, Although people think that, I mean, people tend to think that psychedelics are bad, and I don't think that everybody should use psychedelics. But I feel like those indigenous people, those shamans, shamanic people who do all these shamanic rituals, they all use those traditional medicine to connect with each other. And so I have been also very into those kind of shamanic medicine. And in fact, I would say that I'm undercover shaman, and like I have been always doing all this shamanistic stuff in my whole life. Like I can kind of connect with the ghost. Like when people die, before people close to me or sometimes even like far away, distant friends or distant people, when they have some problem or when their family members died, I sometimes kind of connect with their relatives or the people that I'm close to. Like when they die, I kind of see them in my dreams as though I am kind of um, goodbying them, like as though I'm kind of like, I remember when my when my brother passed away, I was carrying him as though I was sending him away. Like I was kind of helping him to transform. Um, and I was kind of like going through this process with him, those spiritual transformation. I was going through, like I was assisting him with him to go through this process. And as shaman people, I can also see fortune, like I can see the people's future. I just like I sometimes do fortune telling when people are asking me to do so, although I'm not really into it, like because I feel like it's so much energy waste, as I am really trying to store my energy for myself, because I think that I don't really need to create more entropy for myself. And yeah, I do rituals every day. Like when I wake up, I must burn some incense and pray for the plants and animals and humans. Although I tend to have some anger and resentment towards humans, but still, I respect them and I pray for them all. And midheaven in Pisces is really difficult to find what you are really supposed to do. Like, what's the purpose of your life? Like, what's the life purpose of you? So it's really, you have to really experiment. And so I have been experimenting. As I said, I studied biology and then I was doing my master's in herbal medicines. Then I came to China to learn Chinese medicine. Then I couldn't learn anything actually. I mean, I came here for another purpose, but at the same time, I just wanted to, in the interim, I just wanted to learn Chinese medicine as well, because I've kind of learned during my master degree in Turkey. And so I'm still learning about Chinese medicine, like acupuncture and all those traditional Chinese herbs and stuff. And yeah, but then I studied business Chinese. I didn't really even plan to study this major. It's just that out of nowhere, and I always go with my feelings. Like whenever there is something comes to my way, I just wanted to experiment. I just wanted to try, and so I just studied business Chinese, and after that I studied law, and now I'm studying economics. And I feel like I had to go through this process because Pisces, before Pisces, there's Aquarius, and you need to go through the out of box experiments to accomplish the Pisces midheaven, because you have to accomplish the ninth house, then you can achieve the 10th house. And the ninth house is Aquarius, so you have to, like, the way to realize your potential is to go through Aquarius, which needs to be out of box experiments. Like, you need to be open to experiments, all those things. And so yeah, I just wanted to be receptive to any kind of experiment or experience that were coming my way. And so I just studied, and I'm still studying, and I've learned a lot. Like it's like in the process, my creativity, my knowledge to connect with the divine, to find a middle path, it's because Pisces is also about, it's also represent the Christ consciousness, because it's the 12th house, and it's about the divine. Like Pisces people, they directly connect with the divine. Like they have they in fact have Christ consciousness. So in the interim of this experiments of all this knowledge that I've gained, it's kind of untapped the things that I haven't uh, touched yet. Like it's kind of like I tapped the untapped part of me by learning all this knowledge, and it's kind of opened my horizon, my mind, my wisdom to connect with the spirit in a more uh, with more depth. Yeah, with more depth, because the more you learn, the more you have the depthness within you, and which kind of takes you to the like, it's kind of ascend you. At the same time, you descend too deep within you that you learn yourself more. You kind of learn the universe, like it's universe, deeper. The more you go deeper, it's like you understand the whole cosmos, and you can connect with the whole cosmos in a much deeper way, because to ascend higher realms you need to descend so deep. I mean, each time you tap something that you haven't, untap something that you haven't tapped before, it kind of also opens some space within your soul that you haven't touched yet. It's like you go even much deeper within you, and so you connect even more deeply with the whole cosmos, with the whole living beings, be it animals and plants and mushrooms, because they are by itself is different family. They are not plants nor animals. So you kind of connect with the whole beings, microbes, because if there was no microbes, the earth, all this respiration with it, that's going on in the earth, which helps the plants to get all these nutritions even more efficiently. So everything is connected. Like you kind of connect with all beings even much a deeper way when you descend yourself. You kind of understand the connectivity, the oneness in the universe, in the whole cosmos. You become, you really activate the Christ consciousness. You don't go radicals, you don't go right or left. You just you know the importance of the middle path. And so right now I'm still studying, and but at the same time I also do my Pisces stuff. Like I'm opening my horizons. I'm stretching my mind, my wisdom to the higher realms by learning mundane things. But the mundane things not only helps you to survive in this world, but also it also kind of helps you understand the connectivity even better, because like through all these signs you understand the depthness of the knowledge, the depthness of the oneness. Because if you don't learn all this knowledge, your wisdom would only be very shallow, very surface level of understanding. But the more you learn all this mundane science, like biology, like I mean like natural science and social science, like when you understand, when you learn, when you the more you learn about the depthness of all those information, the more you feel the connectivity, the oneness. It's also those mundane knowledge is like a conduit for you to connect with the higher realms, because all this mundane knowledge is also a projection of the higher realms. So it kind of allows you to connect back to the higher realms. Because in fact, all those knowledge that are in our world is we download from the higher realms. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, uh, um, along with all this knowledge that I've been gaining, I've been also doing like rituals, like I burn incense all the time and I pray. I do have my personal prayers. Uh, like I bless all the trees and all the plants, all the animals and rocks. I mean every living being. And also I I do healing, such as when but I do this all these things undercover way. Like I do not show it out. Like such as when I see a person going through a pain, I either like I kind of use my hand in an undercover way to heal them, because I know there is some kind of blockages. Like I can feel when I see a person, I can right away I can see there is some blockages within their body, and I just maybe when I hug them or maybe when I am kind of close to them, I can just kind of undercover way I do some prayer within me, and sometimes when I hug them, I use my hand on their body to kind of clear that blockages. Like that's like I do healing in an undercover way, and like sometimes I do remote Reiki, especially for my family members, like my mother and my sisters and my brother, and of course also the people that I really care, like my spiritual teacher and some of other teachers and my students. And I dream because Pisces people, they have really um, like prophetic dreams, like really kind of message content dreams. And so I do have a dream journal. That's another thing that I really recommend for the Pisces midheaven people. Like I think it's really for Pisces midheaven people, it's really difficult to find a job which can allow you to survive in this mundane. That's why you gotta be having some job which allows you to survive, but at the same time you can do what I'm doing. Like you can do uh, healing, like volunteering. And yeah, I do go to hospitals sometimes to visit all those people who do have some serious problems. And in fact, I had a disabled brother, and I remember I used to feed him all the time. This is also what Pisces people do. Like Pisces people, they are very good at being just there for the people who are, disabled and have some serious, like maybe physical disabilities or mental problems, because it's also represent the asylum. So yeah, I remember I used to be there for my brother, and I used to change his diaper and cook, like feed him. And also my neighbor's mother, she was a blind woman, and she was like my own grandmother, because I never saw my grandmother because she passed away when I was really young. So I kind of saw her as my own grandmother, and I used to visit her almost every day to ask her what she needs, like what she wants to eat. I would just be there for her. Like Pisces people, very good at being there for the people who have physical disabilities. Like they are really good at being there for elders and showing them some care and healing and life energy, because we can feel the deadness. Pisces also represent the death, like it's like, because it's kind of like transforming from life to death, because Pisces is the last in the chart. So it's about transforming from life to death. Like we can see the kind of like the curtain. Like we can see that, we can feel the liveness and the deadness. So we are really good at with young people and also elder people, because we can see the young, it's represent full of life and vitality and full of like life and joy and fun. And when you see the elder people, you can see the wisdom and like a dead smell, the smell of the dead, and you can smell that. And yeah, like the wisdom and the needy energy, because they need our energy, our our assistance. So Pisces people are really good with children, with elder people, and also we are really good with talking with the nature, like with animals. You can also be a good veterinary, maybe, to like heal the animals, because they cannot talk, but we can feel them. We can feel what they need, what kind of pain they have, because Pisces uh, is good at feeling the pain of other living beings. And yeah, we can maybe use plant medicine to heal animals. And sometimes we just directly channel, like what kind of plant is good or what kind of food is good for this person. Like we can directly channel for specific person, and what, with maybe with their spiritual guides, we can directly channel what kind of need they have, and we just right away address, or yeah, address it with their specific need. So yeah, I think you can work in maybe some hospitals as a nurse, also as a babysitter, because we like children and we also care about elders. Yeah, you can also be a veterinary, and we care about the 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 right of voiceless beings. Like we care about animals' rights, we care about plants' rights, we care about like women's rights, those voiceless women who are victim of some abusive, people in some cultures and they're in some relationships. So you can also be a maybe advocate of women's rights. You could be a lawyer. Yeah, like we care about climate so much. You could be an advocate for the nature, for the plants and for the animals, and yeah. So there are really less option compared to other midheavens. But as I said, I think it's a really good idea to be open and receptive to every kind of things that comes your way. Just do experiment, just be open and be receptive to whatever comes your way. But in the meantime, you can try all these hobbies, all those things that I've said. You can try them as a hobby. Like you can start doing some rituals maybe in your life. Like maybe you can burn some incense, or you can burn some candles, or you can do I forgot to mention, like I do use plants, and like as I said, I studied plant medicine, herbal medicine before in my master degree. So I do use plants and spices and like fruits, veggies. Like I use all of them to heal myself, to cure myself, and also others who I feel like they need. Like you can also do this kind of stuff. Is also kind of like part of the medicine, I guess. Yeah, herbal medicine. Like I do use. Maybe this is not the perfect video to talk about, but yeah, like I use cinnamon and all those spices and all those plants, herbal plants, to make some magic and some like shamanistic medicine for myself. Like you can do this kind of stuff as a hobby. In the meantime, you can do in a work that helps you to survive in this world. Because as I said, like Pisces midheaven, it's really difficult to find a job to make you survive, because we want to find a job that is spiritually we are connected to, because we don't want to find a job just to make money. We want to be in an environment which kind of feeds our soul at the same time. It's not that I want to make money just to make money. We just want to find a place that has a purpose. That's what Pisces is all about. Like we want to find a job that is soulful, that feeds our soul. And so even if you cannot find that kind of job, because it's really difficult to find, even if you cannot find, just do all these things as a hobby. Meantime, you go to your work and try to make your work environment as a like Pisces environment, which is soulful, and you feel the oneness in that work environment. Maybe you will be helping your workmates and heal them and maybe you will heal their traumas. You will be kind of like a therapist for them, because Pisces people are so very good at feeling other people's pain, and you could be a very good therapist at the same time. Yeah, I'm still unleashing my potentials, and we are also really good at art. Like you could be a great painter, because we do channel all the time. Like creativity is itself is a channeling. So through your painting you actually channel, through your music you actually channel, through like any art. You could play some instruments, musical instruments. You could write a song, you could write a poet. We are really good at writing poetry. Like I do like writing poetry so much, and I do love music a lot. And I do love every kind of art, like painting, music, poetry. Like I love all those things. Like everything that is feeding my soul is like I'm so full, like I'm so like ambitious to do that. And yeah, you can do those things as a hobby, because most of the times, unless you have so much fans, it doesn't really brings you, like, it doesn't really helps you to make money. So you can do those things as a hobby. In the meantime, you can try different type of jobs, uh, to make you, to help you survive in this world. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share today, because I think really there are so many people that are really confused about what kind of job they are supposed to do. And this is really difficult, because I have been so lost in the past. I mean, I'm still on my way to unleash all the potentials that I have, and I'm still doing all those things as a hobby. Like, they don't really bring me any, like, financial benefit. But to be honest, Pisces people, like Pisces midheaven people, we don't really care about the benefit, like financial um, return. But of course, we want to survive. But more than that, like, we really want to serve to the collective. We really want to serve to the for the higher purpose. Like, we want to serve, like, do service to the divine. Like, we don't really care about the like financial return. But of course, we need to survive to help and accomplish our life purpose. Yeah. So I hope that it can be helpful to those people who do have Pisces as a midheaven.